located over there on McLaughlin, or do we call it McLaughlin down there?
No, McLaughlin's on the other side.
Yeah, that's on the other side. Down there.
McAdam,
right next to Willamette Park. You can't miss them when you're pulling in there. Great facility, great people with a great selection of boats as well. From the beginning entry level to a little bit more advanced as well. But we're going to talk a little bit about that. But how you been, man? We haven't talked for a while.
Pretty good, pretty
Seems
good.
like every time I see you, you got Dave stuff in your boat for fish time.
Yeah, we've had some good fishing trips.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Anytime you can get out and have some fun, that's a good thing. You were actually off for Memorial Day weekend doing some camping as well.
Yeah, we went down to Northern California, up a lake called Whiskey Town Lake.
Oh, very good. How was that?
Redding. It was awesome.
Did you pull your boat down and everything?
No, it was more of a family camping trip.
Gotcha.
I didn't even get to fish, to be honest. But I know.
Sucks.
Very bad.
But it's still fun.
It was a family reunion, more of a social thing. So.
Very cool, very cool. Well, I know that if you did make that trip down there, you probably would have taken your Raider that you guys sell over there at Power Sports.
Yep. I've heard that and I've fished that lake in the past. Has some really good bass in it.
I'm sure.
And as kokanee.
Believe it or not, California does have places you can go fishing without getting in trouble. It's true. It's true.
And that's the other reason why I didn't fish. I mean, to go fishing for just a day is almost $100 down there if you're an outer stater. It's really ridiculous.
Yeah, it can be interesting down there. But I wanted to talk tonight a little bit. Some of the questions that we get, and believe it, we get plenty about Power Sports Marine, right? Now, you guys have been around for a little while. Folks have had a chance to get exposed to you here on the show. You guys are running a really good commercial, too, by the way. I love that commercial. It shows your products and the folks that are there with you. But we wanted to talk a little bit about some of your specific boats. And I thought maybe if we started from, the smaller entry-level size and worked our way up, it would make sense. The first boat you're going to see here, folks, is a 15-foot Klamath West Coaster. Now, this is a boat that is in what kind of a price range for folks?
That boat that you see there, full package, is $14,995, and it's got pretty much ready to go. You might add another $200-300 on a small fish finder, a couple rod holders. Other than that, and maybe bring some safety gear, and you could spend another $500 and be fully ready to go fishing.
Now, that boat, would you say that that's kind of maybe an entry level type?
Yeah,
boat,
I mean, I always hate to use that because I have longtime fishermen that just got out of their offshore boats. They just want to have a boat they can go out fishing on their days off just by themselves. And And that's a great Willamette River, Columbia River on a nice day if you're not going too far from the boat ramp type boat. And, it's all welded, very durable. And, so it's not, that's why I always hate to use it when people come into the store, say entry level, because none of the boats are entry level. I just got rid of my 20-year-old Klamath last year, and I'd been fishing in that for 10 years.
Gotcha.
And, using it on the Willamette for salmon fishing because I usually fish Mondays on my day off, and I want to make it easy. So
would you recommend that somebody comes in and drops $60,000-70,000 on a boat?
I love people to do that too. So, but I mean,
grain of salt. Grain of salt.
Yeah.
Guys, show me the next photo too. Let's take a look at the next one. Now, this is up my alley, open tiller boat where the fishability becomes, paramount. That's what this boat is designed for, is to fish from. A tiller open boat there's a lot of advantages, and some might think that there's disadvantages to an open boat. In essence, there really isn't, but this is the type of boat that you could literally do everything from bass fishing, the Columbia, to Willamette, salmon, steelhead, sturgeon. You can take it to any lake that you might want to take it to because it's going to be super easy to tow. And it doesn't seem like it would be, an outlandish.
No, and Starwell, which is Starcraft now, but same company, and they're doing all welded hulls now, so they're a lot more durable than the riveted boats of the past. And those boats they're a little bit different than the Klamaths. They're not as utilitarian, but they usually come with a live well, and that little boat you saw there is only $12,995. Yeah, with a fish finder and a live well, and it has the 2 seats.
What was the power?
That was a 25 Yamaha, which planes it out just fine with 3-4 people in the boat. That's plenty of motor. You can get them with bigger motors too, but that's a great
What does that boat say? 16-foot open tiller boat. What does it max out? Because the Coast Guard's got limitations on boats, folks. I mean, what is the limitation?
That one I think is 4.
40?
But no, 4 people.
I'm just talking about horsepower.
Oh, horsepower. That one I think is 40 horsepower. Yeah,
which is obviously plenty. Plenty of use. But a 25 is well, especially with the technology that they have these days with motors. Back in the 80s, when you wanted to really max out horsepower, just so that you had more than enough to get going, some of these 25 horsepowers act a lot like say 40s did 15, 20 years ago. That's a fact. Trust me. I've burned through burned through plenty of them in my time. But Pat, don't go anywhere. When we come back to this break, we're going to continue to talk with Pat Jones from Power Sports Marine, a place that you can go pick out from entry level that Pat doesn't like to mention, all the way up to the big dogs, and we're going to show you those in just a little bit too. We'll be right back.
Sure.